I've never done an interview before, so go easy on me.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Yeah, it's a conversation.
Okay. Well, first of all, my friends and I had some questions. We wanted to ask about your writing style, and it's what we feel is the age-old question: which come first when you're writing, the lyrics or the music?
I come up with the music first because the music usually inspires something in me lyrically. The melody comes, so it's music, melody, and then lyrics usually.
That's interesting.
For the most part.
Because your lyrics are very poignant. We were kind of expecting it to be the lyrics, so I'm kind of surprised. No,
Thank you.
I guess to follow up with that one, when you're listening to music, which part of the song gets your most attention? Are you a lyric guy? Are you into the bass, or?
You know what? When it comes to music, it's about the big picture. I'm really into the groove of songs. I really don't listen to what the lyrics are about in music for the most part. I don't know why, but it's about the whole thing, and you know, the beat, the bass. I'm a big fan of low end, guitars. Rock music is incredibly inspirational to me, and I dig it all.
So if somebody were to listen to your music and not get the lyrics, would that bother you at all?
Not at all. I just don't want them to take away the wrong message in some occasions. Like I don't want them to think that, like, for instance, "Hey Man, Nice Shot" was a song that I wrote in 1991. It was inspired loosely on a public suicide by R. Bud Dwyer. R. Bud Dwyer held a press conference and said, pulled out a gun and said, "I'm not going to jail."
Right.
Everybody stand back, this could hurt someone. He shot himself in the head. And, the audacity or the ability to just feel that angered, to kill yourself like that. And you see it on TV and you just think to yourself, wow, what were you trying to do? So I get into these very heady topics when I write lyrics sometimes. The problem with "Hey Man, Nice Shot" is that people actually thought it was about Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And that really bothered me. And I had an opportunity to talk to both Chris and Dave from Nirvana. And I told Dave, I wrote the song in 1991. The press ran with it. It's not about Kurt. It's about suicide. So, and he just said, "Richard, I completely understand. I get that too, and I believe you. And please don't feel any weight." So as soon as Dave understood and the members of Nirvana understood that I would never cash in on something like that, I slept very well. And so lyrics are very important. And I've had many letters come in where people are actually inspired to be sober. And they agree with some of them don't agree with my political stances on certain things. As long as I'm sparking, some conversation out of it, I think that's great. So lyrics are very important to me, and I take it very seriously.
Right. Okay. Speaking of that, and you were talking, and I was reading about your politics lately. Is there any cause in particular you want to bring our attention to?
WeCanSolveIt.org.
Okay.
It's Al Gore's website. He's got a campaign to stop global warming. There's so many. If you go to officialfilter.com under links, I've got an entire list of different organizations that are trying to help the planet, and I recommend going there.
Okay. We have a game for you. Theoretically, if you had to eliminate one musician or group in order to get rid of a genre or a movement of music, if you wanted to get rid of pop punk maybe because you didn't like Good Charlotte, maybe you'd get rid of Green Day. Is there anyone you could think of?
Is there anyone I could think of to remove a genre?
We used to play this game all the time in college.
I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Yeah, I was wondering about that question.
I really don't like a lot of the music that's out there today. I really think that it's, we're in a time of crisis in this country. There's so many things that we should be talking about, and no one really wants to bring it up. They just want to, talk about their cribs or talk about monster trucks or crazy girls and picking on, girls. I don't know. And, rap music is really, it's Public Enemy and Everlast, or bands that really talk about something and really have something to say. But a lot of the hip hop out there is just all about like cribs and money and egotistical lyrics about how great I am, and and I just think that it's trite. And I would hope that the public would, the audience would care a little bit more sometimes.
I don't think our mainstream stations are really demonstrating that too well.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know. I think that life is precious, and we should really try and make the place a little bit better. And I know that's not very hip to say that, but my heroes are John Lennon. My heroes are Bono, Joe Strummer, Nivek Ogre from Skinny Puppy. My heroes are Al Jorgensen from Ministry, and I want to carry on that tradition of having not necessarily popular viewpoints in music, but still having the balls to say it.